So you've got all of the gear, big lenses, small lenses, maybe 2 camera bodies, a heavy tripod, possibly even a drone. But now you need something to carry around all of that expensive gear. There are an awful lot of camera bags on the market now, and we even have quite a few that are targeted towards us wildlife photographers. For today's video, I thought I'd go through a few of the things that I look for in a wildlife photography camera bag, and also showcase the 2 bags that I have pretty much exclusively used over the last 3 years. But that's not all, because I'm also going to be reviewing a brand new wildlife photography camera bag from PGYTECH, and even more excitingly, I'm going to be giving you guys a chance to win that backpack for free. So stick around to the end of the video for the giveaway. So this is the first camera bag that I ever really fell in love with, and I still use it to this day. It is the Gitzo Adventury 30 litre camera bag. So what do I like about it? Now, number one is the size. It is pretty much perfect for a day shoot where I want to take 1 or 2 lenses, all of my accessories, and also have space for a few layers. Number 2 is the built-in waterproof cover, which as soon as it starts raining, which it often does in this country, I'll just wrap it over the top of the camera bag. Number 3 has got to be the roll top, because it can pack right down when you don't need to put anything in there, or if you do want a bit of extra space, it's absolutely ideal just to unroll it and shove a few things in there, like maybe a waterproof cover for your camera, or even waterproofs for yourself. Number 4, it's the big side pockets on the left and right, which means that I can always carry both a water bottle and, more importantly, a flask of coffee. Or you can even fit your tripod in the side, or a camping stool. And with these straps at the front, you can also decide if you want to keep those pockets free for bottles or flasks. You can put your tripod along the front as well. And probably most importantly for me, it is a bag that I've found that fits me very comfortably. Now, this can often be an issue with camera backpacks, as they're not necessarily designed for walking in mind, but for us wildlife photographers, chances are you're going to be doing some walking. And this, with the adjustable waist straps and chest straps, it just fits very well on my person, and that makes a big difference to my day. And there isn't much I don't like about this bag, but as I imagine a lot of you have done, over the years, I have accumulated more and more gear that I end up wanting to take with me. So to rectify that, what I did was buy this bag. Yes, I know what you're thinking. It looks like exactly the same bag, and it is, apart from, rather than being 30 litres, it's 45 litres. And that's made a big difference to me, because with the 30 litre bag, I couldn't put in certain lenses like this 100 to 400 going in this way. And now I essentially save space and can fit in a lot more lenses, because I can put them in depth ways. I can also fit in my drone, I can fit in all my vlogging gear. It's essentially just the perfect upgrade. Now, it might be a bit big for certain people, but for me, this is my go-to for most heavy-duty shoots. And the big positive is this is just the right size to fit into most airport cabin areas. So you don't have to check in any of your expensive camera gear. Now, what's the huge drawback about these bags? Seemingly, they do not make them anymore, or at least I can't see any of them on sale in the UK anymore. So once these bite the bullet, I am going to be looking for, well, replacement bags. So rather than me going on about the bags that seemingly are no longer made anymore, why don't we talk about a bag that is very much available? And here it is in all of its black camo glory. The PGYTECH OnePro ST Backpack. First things first, it's lovely to have a backpack that's not been battered and bruised around, because my other bags are in awful condition aesthetically. Some product features of this bag. It is a bag that has been completely designed for your long telephoto lenses. So anything in the region of a 600mm all the way up to a 1200mm lens. And it's also been designed to be able to hold those lenses with your camera body attached. So it's 59 centimeters high, 27 centimeters across, and then 22 centimeters in depth. Now, as you can see, this is still brand new. I've not even taken the tags off. So to test how comfortable it is, I've not taken it out and about. I've filled it with gear and just walked up and down the stairs of my flat. And I can tell you there's a lot of design features that have gone into this bag to ensure that you stay comfortable on longer hikes with heavy gear. Now, this back area here is what they call an Aeris system that keeps your back cool, and it does that by making sure that your back is not in constant contact with the actual back of the camera bag. And I don't know about you, but I very often get a sweaty back when I walk around with my camera bags on, simply due to the weight. And if you're walking long distances, you can very quickly get warm. They've also included adjustable shoulder straps, so you can move the shoulder strap height up and down between small, medium and large. I've found around the medium is about right for me, and I am just under, unfortunately, just under 5'8". So that gives you a bit of context as to where you'd want to be. There are also adjustment loops here, so you can pin the bag down to your back once you've got it nice and comfortable. And then, of course, for the longer hikes, you've got the chest strap and the very comfortable waist strap down here as well. And these straps essentially just help distribute the heavy weight that you've got on your back across your whole body, which means that hopefully, if you set it up correctly, you won't start getting any pain points in your body. Like the shoulders are normally quite a big one when you've got a lot of weight hanging off your shoulders. And these waist straps have little pockets in, so you can keep little bits and bobs in there. And it's also removable, as this bag can be used in conjunction with a camera trolley. So you can mount it to a camera trolley and essentially just drag the bag along rather than carrying that heavy weight. There is also a well-positioned water bottle holder here on the right strap, and also aeration on the back of these straps as well, which should hopefully keep you a bit less warm. If we swing the bag back over to the front, you can see we've got all of these straps here. Now, I would usually recommend probably putting something in there like a waterproof jacket, or maybe a mat so you can lie on, or even something like a camping stool or something that you can attach in there. As you can see, it's also a completely free holding bag. They've got a reinforced bottom, which essentially means that you can have as much gear in there as possible and it's not going to tip over. Now, over to the sides of the bag, we've got very similar sides on both sides with one small difference, which we'll get to. We've got this, which is an expandable elastic pocket, which you could stick another water bottle in there, or predominantly I would probably say use it for a tripod, which you could side mount and then attach with this clip that will clip up here, and then that will stay very well fastened. And then there's also a zip pocket behind that where you can put things like cables in here. There's little pockets down here, and then another elastic pocket here, which I've just put in the waterproof cover that comes with it, and then the extra straps that comes with it too. And then we will go over to the other side. Very similar deal. Another elastic pocket. And then inside here, you've got a zip pocket on this side, And then here is where they suggest that you put in batteries, you can put in things like headphones, but you'll see here there's a little toggle, and that is essentially so you can put a battery in there, and if you keep it on green, that means that the battery is full, then you can toggle it over to red, which means that you can remember that that battery is out of charge. That's a lovely little touch. They really have thought a lot about this bag. And there's also just an obscene amount of pockets in this thing. You can put anything and everything in here. My only concern is that I will lose a lot of things and forget what pockets I put things into. But that is simply me saying that I'm not a very organised person. And now we get on to the inside of the bag, and it opens from the front, and there you have it. So the whole design essentially is to have your camera sat here with the lens coming down here. I will showcase that with my longest lens just to show you what that looks like. So as you can see here, I've got my camera up here, supported by this cushion area here, and then the lens just perfectly molds down into the bag. Now, this bag isn't really designed for me because I use micro four thirds, and in general, they're not the biggest lenses in the world, but I can fit my longest lens, the OM System 150-400, with the lens hood attached, and there's still some space to spare at the bottom. So what else have we got? Well, everything in this bag is Velcro, so you can move things all over the place. You've also got more pockets in here, so you can fill this with, well, maybe another smaller lens, a camera, a teleconverter, any of your lens cleaning kits, and it's the same on the other side here, as you can see. And then, as required, you can move or remove any of these elements to your will because it's all Velcroed and feels like very good quality. We also have another pocket up here, another zip pocket, and also it comes with this extra area of padding so that when you close this, you've got a bit of extra support for the lens and camera that's inside. Now, I hope you'll agree that this camera bag has been perfectly designed for those of you that have got your large telephoto lenses. So even an older 500mm lens would be ideal for this, but from anything from 600 up to 1200mm for your full frame cameras, this is going to be absolutely perfect. It's just over 2 kilograms in weight, and that is very, very light for just how sturdy and comfortable this bag is. However, for me, it is simply too big because, like I mentioned earlier, I shoot with micro four thirds. I don't have any of those huge focal lengths. So I'm gonna give this away to one of you lucky viewers, and it's gonna be completely free of charge. I'm even gonna include postage and packaging. So let's get onto the details as to how you could win this. So it's a slightly hairier, slightly close to the camera me from the future to let you know how to win this bag. So to enter this giveaway, you just need to 1. Subscribe to this channel. If you're already a subscriber, then don't worry, you don't have to subscribe again. 2. Like this video. 3. Please comment down below with your favorite animal to photograph. And number 4, subscribe to my mailing list. Now this is important because it means I will have your email address to let you know that you've won. Now don't worry if this is all too much to take in. I will leave all of the instructions in the description below, and if you do win and you happen to miss the email, in a week's time when I pick the winner, I will also pin a comment to the top of this video, so hopefully you'll be well aware that you've won. The winner of the bag will be picked out using a random number generator, so everyone has a chance to win here. And the winner will be picked out in exactly a week's time from when this video is released, so plenty of time to enter. Right, I'm going to leave it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, and good luck.